So I'm a little bit upset. I'm very, very angry about something that happened this past week. Some of you may not know this, but I have worked on several different parody projects in the past. At this point in time, I have 4 of them that I've worked on. And I've had a lot of fun working on each of those projects individually. But something happened this last week that really ticks me off. So back in November, I released a parody entitled Triforce of Power. It was a lyrical parody that was inspired by Five Finger Death Punch's Coming Down. That's the name of the track that I parodied. And I've done work with a couple of other songs previously, and I've never, ever had this problem, or at least the problem quite to the extent of what's currently going on. I usually try and keep things kind of positive and upbeat here, but I'm really upset about what's going on. Immediately upon uploading the video, before it ever even went live on YouTube for people to see, and it only ever got like 40 views or so, despite it being a project that I devoted months to working on. But before the video ever went live, it was flagged for having contained some copyrighted material, which I was kind of expecting that flag to come around, as yes, the melodic progression of the parody track is identical, or at least unavoidably similar to the original track, because that's how parody works. The definition of parody is an imitation of the style of a particular writer, artist, or genre with deliberate exaggeration for comedic effect, or to produce a humorously exaggerated imitation of whatever the subject may be. And that's exactly what I aim to do. Now, are all of my parodies ha-ha funny, have you busting your gut rolling around laughing on the ground? No, and I fully realize that. But that's not the sole intention of writing a parody, is to get some sort of visceral reaction out of it. The purpose behind making one of these works is to show your appreciation for, I guess, a couple of different things at the same time, while doing so in a tasteful, artistic way. With the other tracks that have had those type of flags applied to them, I submitted a simple appeal right off the start and never had another problem with it. Well, that was not the case with this Triforce of Power parody. As a matter of fact, within about a week of submitting my appeal for that copyright claim, I got a message back saying that it was still being disputed. So I needed to fill out a further clarification as to what's going on with that track, including a detailed description of why it does not fall under the copyright infringement category. Because again, apart from the melodic line, everything in that track was distinctly different and holistically reproduced. Even the melodic base to which we built that production around was recreated from the ground up. It wasn't ripped from an original recording or otherwise reproduced or stolen. It was recreated sound for sound, beat for beat, and even had stylistic improvements or other alterations added to it. And the thing that really upset me was, yes, I went ahead and filed that, and the claimant had 30 days to respond. They had until December 25th to make a response, and they sat on it, and they twiddled their thumbs, and they did nothing about it. And then I got an email on the 24th stating that whoever VCPMC_CS, that doesn't even sound like a valid record label. And if it is, cool. But you could have been a little bit more direct with naming yourself as who you are. But VCPMC_CS has confirmed that your video contains copyrighted material. And I would love to know, where is that copyrighted material? From a parody standpoint, which is allotted under the fair use allotment of using sounds that do fall under that copyright, I am holistically within my right to reproduce and alter this work. I'm not trying to say that I was the original creator of said sound. I'm not trying to detract from that. I am trying to build something that shows my appreciation for something entirely different in a way that myself and many other people can relate to, which is through musical expression. And you have the audacity to tell me that there's no difference between what I did and what the original track that my parody is based off of is? I'm sorry, but no, it's not that simple. If it were that simple, then we wouldn't have never had artists like Weird Al Yankovic. He would not exist to any degree at all, because he would have been sued out of his mind by all of the different artists that he has parodied over the years. But that's what's brought him to the forefront of his YouTube career. We also would have never heard anything ever again from Captain Sparkles and the widely acclaimed Revenge parody, which is based off of, frankly, a much more commonly known artist than Five Finger Death Punch, being Usher, and his parody that he did of DJ's Got Us Falling in Love. And it just boggles my mind that complete and total recreations, which the track that I did is akin to that recreations, or those recreations that were done by those artists and many others, is being hit with this type of a restriction. As a part of that email that came through, I have a 7-day time frame, which is now just down to a few short days, to remove my video from the platform. And if I fail to do so, it will result in my channel receiving a copyright strike, which I certainly don't want to have on my record. And yes, I realize that it rolls off after a certain point in time, but that's not the matter of fact. However, there is something that I can do, which is called filing a counter notification. And basically what a counter notification is this will go directly to YouTube's copyright team to have them review it and see if I can get my video reinstated. And I will be pursuing that route, because I didn't simply rip the original track and throw it into one of my videos, but I worked very hard, and more specifically, my friends at The New Y worked very hard to reproduce said track to the point of allowing us to make a parody recreation of that item. I'm not trying to take advantage of or take credit for somebody else's work. I am building upon it in my own tasteful way. And I sound bitter, and I sound angry, and it's because I am. And I will probably remain to be so until I have some more clarity on exactly what's going on, or until this whole thing is overturned, as it well should be, because I am completely within my right to artistically express myself in that manner. I'll eventually make another follow-up post to what's been going on and give some further updates as to what happens with that. But I'm going to try and clear my head before getting any other work done on some of these other videos. Not taking a break, but I will be working diligently with this. So thanks for hearing me out if you listened out to this far in the video. And a like equals a prayer, if that means anything to you, and it certainly would to me. Share this video with a friend, and let's see if we can't take back what is rightfully within my power as a content creator.